Let me ask you a question. Have you ever tried to talk to your parents about faith, beliefs, or the church? And within minutes, it felt tense, emotional, or like you were suddenly on trial. You weren't trying to start a fight. You weren't trying to hurt anyone. You just wanted to be honest. But somehow, it turned into lectures, defensiveness, guilt, or silence. If that sounds familiar, this video is for you. Because the problem usually isn't what you're saying. It's what the conversation represents emotionally. Most people think faith conversations fall apart because of doctrine, but that's rarely true. They fall apart because of fear. When a parent hears that their child believes differently, what they often feel isn't curiosity. It's fear. Fear that they failed as a parent. Fear that they didn't teach enough. Fear of eternal consequences. Fear of judgment from family, friends, or their religious community. So while you're saying, "This is what I believe," what they're hearing is, "You did something wrong." And when someone feels emotionally threatened, their nervous system goes into protection mode. That's why logic stops working. That's why facts escalate instead of calm things down. You cannot reason with someone who feels unsafe. And this leads to the biggest mistake people make in these conversations. They try to be understood first. They explain. They justify. They defend. They bring receipts. But the more you try to convince, the more the other person feels attacked. So here's the shift that changes everything. The goal of the first conversation is not agreement. It's safety. If your parents don't feel emotionally safe, no amount of clarity will land. So instead of leading with beliefs, lead with connection. Before you talk about faith, talk about the relationship. Say things like, "I want you to know I love you. I'm not pulling away from you. This isn't a rejection of you or how you raised me. I'm still the same person." These statements calm the nervous system. They communicate. You're not losing me. And that matters more than being right. Here's another important shift. Facts invite debate. Experiences invite understanding. When you say, "I don't believe this is true," you invite an argument. When you say, "Here's what my inner experience has been," you invite empathy. You can't argue with someone's lived experience. So instead of explaining theology, try explaining your internal world. Say things like, "This has been confusing for me. I've felt peace exploring this. I've also felt fear and grief. I'm still figuring things out." Notice the difference. You're not attacking their beliefs. You're sharing your humanity. And here's something else that matters. Boundaries are not rejection. They are clarity. You are allowed to say, "I'm open to talking, but not to being preached at. I'll continue this conversation if we can stay respectful. I need to pause if it turns into pressure or shame." Setting boundaries doesn't mean you love them less. It means you want the relationship to survive the conversation. And this part is hard, but necessary. You cannot control how your parents respond. They may still be disappointed. They may still push. They may still pray harder, lecture longer, or avoid the topic altogether. That is not your responsibility. Your job is not to regulate their emotions. Your job is to stay regulated yourself. And sometimes, the most mature thing you can do is end the conversation. If it turns into guilt, threats, or emotional manipulation, it's okay to say, "I love you too much to do this in a harmful way. Let's come back to this later." I want this conversation to bring us closer, not farther apart. Ending a conversation is not failure. It's wisdom. It's choosing the relationship over the argument. So if you're preparing to talk to your parents about faith, remember this. Lead with connection, not correction. Share experience, not conclusions. Set boundaries without apology. And let go of the need to control the outcome. Because honest conversations don't require agreement. They require safety. Share this video with your parents to help them understand how you feel stuck and unheard. Like this video if it helped you understand how to have a better conversation with your loved ones. Follow this channel for more honest conversations about faith, healing, and relationships. And comment below. What is the hardest part about talking to your parents about belief? Fear, guilt, or conflict?